Hello and welcome to Zero Cool Gaming and today's movie review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a movie called The Twilight Zone. There was a TV show in black and white of The Twilight Zone, and there was a later Twilight Zone TV show that was in color, and then I believe that there was a later Twilight Zone movie made as well. This particular one that we'll be talking about is the 1983 Twilight Zone movie. Now, this has an interesting history with me, and I thought I'd go ahead and kind of walk through that, and then I'll give you a kind of review of the show and what I thought about it. The first time I ever watched this show, I believe it was released on television couple of years after it was made, and of course it was free to watch, but they had cut the show to make it for TV. Now normally when they cut shows, what they try to do is remove the parts of the show that really don't matter, so that they can add in all of their commercials and get it to fit within a 2-hour time span, this type of stuff. There were ways that they did it to where it wouldn't usually impact the story. With this movie, though, when they released it for TV, right after the prologue, what they call the first segment here, the entire first segment was cut from the film to make room for, their commercials. And years later, I watched this as a rental on DVD, and I saw the first segment for the first time. So just a little history there. I found it odd, and of course today I find it even more odd. But yeah, when they released this back for TV, they just essentially deleted the entire first segment to make room for their commercials. And that's all that they actually deleted from the film, for the TV version anyway. Alright, well, anyway. What did I think of The Twilight Zone? Well, it's not a bad show. It was well directed, it had good special effects, especially for the time, and they were decent stories. All three of the stories had four of the stories, minus the prologue, had really good writing to them. They were well done, well presented. Truly nothing wrong with the show. It's good entertainment. And if you want to ask yourself some philosophical questions and really go down some rabbit holes, each one of these segments provides those questions for you, so that you can start that search and see where it leads you. And that to me is entertaining. I like a show that makes me question things. I like a show that makes me want to ask questions and go looking for answers. I always find that to be engaging. And The Twilight Zone can definitely be that. And the great part about it, and what makes entertainment entertaining in that respect, is that you can still enjoy it even if you have no intentions of doing any of that. And that's what I liked about this particular show. It was done well enough, it had enough action in it, the story moved along at a quick enough pace, because they are short stories after all, that even if you didn't want to look into or ask any of the questions that it's presenting, you don't need to enjoy the story, because the movie itself was made to be entertainment above everything else. The rest of it is just there for those who would like to engage with it, which is, kind of the opposite of what they do today. Today they seem to create shows that the purpose of the show is to force engagement rather than entertaining the audience And I don't agree that that's how entertainment should be created. I don't agree with that type of messaging. None of it is particularly enticing to me. So I don't engage with it. I won't engage with it. And I hope that one day it changes and we start getting things that are actually entertaining again. So, my review for The Twilight Zone is simply it's a good time. It's got, like I said, good writing to it. They are short stories, and you can engage or not engage, but it definitely gives you some questions to ask. That's my rant for the day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of yours.